Hey everybody, Unstable Gamer here, and welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be talking about DC Dark Legion and the brand new beta that just started a couple days ago. So we're going to go ahead, show you everything that's available in the game right now, show you everything the game has to offer. We're also going to share everything that we know about the beta currently, where it's available, all that cool stuff, where you can find it. But I'm also going to share some good and bad news about the beta as well. So there's a lot to talk about, so let's get into it. All right, and welcome back. So let's go ahead. We'll jump into the game. Then I'll share the beta information that I have, good and bad news, all that good stuff. So this game, what is it specifically? So DC Dark Legion follows the storyline of Dark Knight Metal. If you're not familiar with that whole storyline, I'll put a link in the description of the video. There's this guy I watched. He's got a YouTube channel, and he goes through different storylines. Went through this storyline in absolute detail, and it is a very cool storyline about the Batman who laughs, the dark side of the multiverse, and all that cool stuff. A lot of fun stuff in the story. They're bringing it into this game. So that's the storyline in the world that this game takes place in. This game has a couple different gameplays. There is a base building mechanic, which is what you see here. You have all these different rooms. You got to upgrade these rooms. Now, this base building does hold up your progression in the storyline. So your war room here being the main component, you have to hit certain war room levels to continue with the story. As you can see right now on the main quest, I have to hit war room level 10 in order to continue with the main quest. So that's the stopgap here when it comes to this game. You've got to make sure to keep your war room upgraded. But with that, that also means that you have all these other rooms that you need to upgrade as well. So it does take time. It took me 12 hours of build time to get from war room level 8 to level 9. I'm expecting 9 to 10 is probably going to take 14 hours, something like that. Now, the great thing is you have leagues in this game. So we'll go to this league here. League here, we're level 5 already. We're just a couple days in. We've got max members of 80. You can have a total of 200 members in a league. If you just take a look at the tech tree and you follow it across 200 members, that's a ton. So everybody here can help contribute to build times to reduce the amount of time it takes to build your different rooms and upgrade them and stuff like that. Also helps with getting resources with these chests. These helps with war, everything like that. So this base building mechanic is pretty critical when it comes to the game and you progressing through the game. You've got different rooms here for crafting, so you can craft different rarities of armor. So if I just go into here, Metropolis SCU is only common gear. Same with this Freeze Cryo suit, but when I get down to this stealth armor and this bat suit, you have 50% chance to either get uncommon or common gear. So you can level that up. When it comes to progressing your character with that to a minute, the gear piece is pretty simple. You've also got this reformatory here where you've got interrogation tactics, and this right here will result in resources for you. Let's see, we've got Wayne chips here, which are resources. This room here, the forge. This right here is you produce these materials here to level break your characters. So you have to produce that, but the forge is based off of the biolab. So in order to upgrade your forge here, you need to upgrade your biolab. Wayne Steel just upgraded. Hold on, let me grab that. Because this, I'm getting all the rooms that I need to upgrade my war room to level 10. So I need my armory at level 9. Go to my armory. I can do that. I needed to get that Wayne Steel room up to level 9 before I could do this. So I'll upgrade this. As you can see, it's going to take an hour and a half. Click on this. That's going to help everybody. So city builder mechanics, right? This is Fun Plus, who's putting this game together. They are very deep in the city builder genre. However, one thing that I'm glad to see or not see right now, and hopefully it doesn't go in that route, this isn't a city builder. It is a cross between a base builder. So think of like, what's that Vault game? I love the doggone series. I can't think of the Vault game right now. But you're building up the different rooms. Plenty of games like that. And then a hero collector as well. All right, so we've got that working up there. You've got drones. These drones help with build time. Power plants, another resource. Your Genesis Chamber, this is your summoning. So if you haven't seen my past couple streams, actually the first stream a couple days yesterday has an awesome summoning sequence. I'm going to try and cut that out of the video and post that by itself, but it goes through this whole summoning. But you got multiple ways to summon. You got these green. As you work through the green, the blue, the purple, the gold and the red, you get an increased chance in increased rarity. Each time you summon, it contributes to this cube up here in the top right. Like I said, there's a lot. There's a lot to go over in this game. So we'll just summon here. We're not going to get anybody great. Got some shards. That's going to contribute to this. Once this gets up to 100, then we're going to have a gold cube, and then we'll just continue to contribute to that. All of these cubes contribute to this with the exception of the red cubes. And if we just take a look at this up here, this gives you the percentage and the rarities. So I won't read them off. You can see them off right there. So the planetary is your green, the orrery is your blue, the chaos is your purple, the order is your yellow, and then the divine is your red. And you can see with the red here, 5% chance for 5-star champion shards, and then 95% for 4-star. And then you're always getting this cellular restorative. All right, so that's the base building piece there. Got to keep that up. So let's take a look. Let me grab this here really quick. Lots of events in the game right now too. And actually, while we're taking a look at it, this event, this 7-day mission here, you complete this, then you're going to unlock Hal Jordan, which is awesome. Royal Rankings. This is basically the power of your roster, and as you work through this, you're going to unlock Black Adam if you don't already pull him out of the summons. No character. Oh, yeah. You get Cyborg working through the Explore Cities. So this is just working on your star level as you explore the different areas. I'll show you that here in a minute. And then Dark Legion. This just has to do with wiping out the Dark Legion, and as you work your way through a couple different summons and some resources. So let's take a look at what the map, what the world looks like. So this game has an overworld mechanic, which I love. Lately, a lot of games are coming out with these overworld mechanics. And it's just, you go out here, you explore, you find resources, you do side quests and missions and things like that. I have to think, since this is a pretty early beta, these dots and stuff like here, we're probably going to get some... Let me go ahead and grab this right here too. We're probably going to get some polish and stuff to the game. There's a lot I'm sure that they have to add. You want to grab those because that contributes to your stars down here for your for 100%ing your areas. Let's see, let's go ahead. But anyway, you run through here, you collect resources, you find these types of buildings which help with building up resources as well. You take out these hideouts. So let's show you what combat looks like. Hold on, actually outside of that, let me grab this. You have dispatches like you would in a lot of mobile games. You have a war mode. This war mode is what you use to complete that Dark Legion event. You get a lot of resources through there as well. You always want to keep your dispatches going and keep your wars going. Let's show roster and then we'll show combat. So here's what we got for roster right now. So Aquaman you unlock through completing Chapter 6 on the missions. Once you complete Chapter 12, you'll get the Flash. You start out with Wonder Woman. Everybody's guaranteed Mara through the summons. Ra's al Ghul I got through a summon along with Black Adam. Both of these guys are great. You start out with Oliver Queen with Green Arrow. I got a video coming up after this that'll show the full intro to the game. It's a 30-minute intro, but it's going to show you everything all the way up to your first summons. You also start out with these 2 cops. So your first full team is going to be Wonder Woman, Green Arrow, the 2 cops here, and Mara. So that's going to make up your first five-person team. Catwoman you can unlock on day 2. I pulled the Nightwing and Cyborg. I also pulled Penguin. And then I got this clown crew that I pulled. And then you can see through here everybody else that we have. I won't read everybody off. I think they're pretty recognizable. But one thing I noticed is the Mythics, these reds, take 40 shards to unlock. And the Legendaries take, what, 20? The Joker you get, you unlock through your League store. Green Lantern will unlock through that event I showed you. Here's Bane. Look at all prim and proper. Yeah, and the Legendaries. The Legendaries are 20. But here's all the characters we got so far. We've got 49 total. Here's Shazam, Billy Batson. Beast Boy, Riddler. Some of these have some animations, some don't, as you can see. The ones that do have animations, you can actually spin. We got Damian Wayne as Robin. I think as we go further down in this roster, Oh, there we go. There's Flash. We get, let's see, I can spin him around. There we go. And we're almost at the red. There's Red Hood on the bottom of our roster. Really looking forward to unlocking Green Lantern. There's Red Robin, Tim Drake. And then we just got a couple of epics down here. So that's the full roster. So let's go ahead and jump into the hideout here. Oh, hold on. Let me grab these. So this here is Running War. This currency here is what you use in your league store. This is the currency you're going to use to unlock Joker if you're focused on him. Let's jump into, let's see, do we got another war we can join? We do. We need 100 of these to finish that event. All right, so let's jump into this hideout. I'm going to leave animations on so you all can see what the animations look like. They are very cool. Ra's al Ghul, for some reason, does not have an animation right now, but everybody else does. So I'm going to turn animations on. I'm going to leave it at ×1, just so you can see everything here. I wonder if we'll get through everybody's animations with how quick we're getting through this. Oh, we got a couple waves. So yeah, we'll see. There's Ra's al Ghul, went with his super. Here's Black Adam. I like the artwork. I like the aesthetic, the comic book aesthetic that they're going with. Aquaman here. I love how his ultimate here brings everybody together. So if you bring everybody together and you use some AoE attacks, you get everybody all at once. But we cleared that one pretty easy. This is also, when we talk about progression, let's talk about character progression. You take them through 10 levels, then you level break. So you need these resources. I think I showed you in the base. But right now I've got this guy up to 45 now. But you can take him up. I can take him up to level 60 actually. So I get 20 levels out of him. All right, so progression. When we talk about progression, there's only a couple things really. Number one, we've got levels, so you want to level them up there. You can star them up here, so you'll got 5 stars. Once you're done with 5 stars, then you'll have blue stars going over them. You've got gear. Gear's pretty simple. There's no leveling gear or anything like that. No focus on gear stats. They all seem to be pretty similar. But you go ahead and equip them, and that's it. You do have gear sets. So let me show you. Ra's al Ghul, I got a gear set on him that's focused on crit. Right here, attack and crit. So it's a 2 and 5 piece sets. So you focus on that. Those you craft, I showed you in the base as well. You craft those in there. And then the other piece that we have, other than unlocking their abilities here, is this skill tree essentially. So you get these materials here by doing the wars. So you want to build those up. Right now I got to get him to level 41 before I can increase his attack. But you can see here, let's see, resurrection. Let's see, increases attack by 10%. You also, here we increased defense with one of them. Yeah, defense there and attack there. So skill trees there. And then the one thing I didn't show in a battle, let me grab the resources out. Oh, it's doing this bug thing again where I've already cleared it and it wants me to raid again. But let's raid again. I'll show you something that is not very common. I've never seen actually in these kinds of games. But if I take it off auto, you're captain here, so you can choose any one of these characters can be a captain. They have their skills down here, as you can see. But you can move your captain around. See, I can move him around to dodge attacks. This attack here is short ranged for him. So I can cancel that out. I can go over here, and then I can use it. So a little bit different. Maybe that strategy comes into play a little bit later in the harder battles. I haven't had to use it much, but it's an interesting mechanic. But we cleared that pretty easy. And that's really it for the game. We've got some PvP. So when we take a look down here, we have this training simulator. So continue to work on leveling through there, get to harder battles. You get more and more resources. The Defeat the Dark Legion, that's the war. The Meta Brawl here, this is PvP. So actually we can go to PvP from here. And then the safe houses here. That is just going through and getting to these safe houses so that you can unlock more of the area. And that's it for the game right now. I'm sure more and more are coming. Let's go ahead and grab these resources here. And then that's going to contribute to the overall percentage explored over here for the different areas. Missions we've got completed, so you've got your typical dailies and everything. So that's the game. There's battle, there's the entire roster for you, the base building mechanics, the storyline, where your gates are going to be. You really want to get into an active alliance and really contribute there, because that's really what's going to help you accelerate your base and build faster. We've built very fast over the last couple days. So let's talk about the beta. Good and bad news about the beta. Number one, the beta, we have confirmed that it's available in France, Australia, Canada, and the UK. There may be one or two areas that I'm forgetting, but you can also go to APK Pure. You can download the APK file from there, and then you can use it either on an Android phone or an emulator. This is strictly an Android test right now, which is why only Android or being able to play it on an emulator. We don't know if beta is going to be wiped. However, just got some word today from some people that they're trying to access this beta, and it's saying that they've reached the max limit of testers. If that's the case, there's a pretty high possibility that data is going to be wiped. So that's the expectation I have. If not, cool. But if they max out the amount of testers that are going to be able to play in a game, I have to think that the data is going to be wiped. Also, the community manager did mention betas, plural. So I'm expecting multiple betas before we get to the final beta where there's not going to be a data wipe. So just kind of putting all the information together there. They do say the game is going to launch in 2024. So I'm expecting, if at all this year, it's going to be Q4. So sometime between October and December. And that's what I had for you. I told you it was going to be a little bit of a long video. There's a lot to discuss here. I'm having a blast with the game. I'm loving the storyline. I love the aesthetic. I like the battle mechanics. A little question earlier too on the stream. Is the end game going to be just base building? Hopefully not. I don't think so. There's a lot that can be added to this game. And there's a whole lot of cool game modes like mini games and raids and boss battles that they could add to this. So, I mean, sky's the limit. So very curious what they're going to do with this game and how these betas are going to progress. That is everything that I had for you. Definitely leave me some questions, comments in the comment section below. What do you think about what you've seen so far? Are you in the game? And if you are, what do you think about the game so far and what you're experiencing there? All right, everybody, as always, I want to thank you all for taking the time to watch the video. If you liked it, make sure to hit that like button and share your thoughts and questions in the comment section below. Keep an eye on the channel because we got a lot more coming. Take care, everybody. We'll talk to you next time.